where his message can be developed and from it can be sent out. Here we have plans for each room written down. You'll notice here that it takes a lot of detail, a lot of planning, and I'm expecting that each one of these pages will be fulfilled this year. There's the outer look of the building with its Spanish portico look. And here we have the electrical inside picture of it with the multitude of the labyrinth of electrical wires and how it all has to connect together. I know that a building is brick and mortar, but it also has a life of its own. It has an interconnectiveness that it must be created for it to function. And all that is put on the plans. I believe God, from the very foundations of the earth, had plans for this building. As a matter of fact, it sat for 3 years before we put an offer on it. And when we put an offer, it was a ridiculous offer. It was an offer, the lowest offer that was on the table. Matter of fact, it was 10 times lower than some of the offers that were being bidded for this building. And yet, through a miracle, we were able to get it. And now, through a miracle, we're going to complete it. And I'm excited about being a part of that. Here we have other offices where the workers are working. And we have a green room being developed over here where people can prepare for TV and prepare for any other event that will be happening. I believe that what will happen is that this will serve as a place for events, both for our ministry and other ministries, and multiple functions that can take place. So, this is an interesting part of the building. This back portion is where we have 2 loading docks. And right now in this loading dock, we have things that have been given for the tent ministry. We're working on 100 tents in Russia and the former Soviet Union. And this is some of the rope that has been donated from people in Oregon that will help strap down those tents. I understand that we've been able to reach over 50 cities this year with the tent ministry into Ukraine and Estonia and Kazakhstan and Mongolia and the places of Yaroslavl and up there in Timen and Udmurtia, continuing to press forward into the Ural Mountains. These tents are going up, and these rugged evangelists, which we've trained and which we continue to train, are continuing to press in. 2 new tents have been added this year, so that brings the total to 30. And they need equipment like this. They need ropes, they need generators, they need lights, they need all that a traveling ministry would need, and we're glad to provide them with that. So we have crates of this type of material that we're sending over there by truck, and every now and then, right now we've got a truck being loaded with 2 new tents. We hope to use one of those new tents for Europe because Europe is calling and they're seeing what's happening and they want to be a part of it. So this year, I trust that we can get one of these new tents into Europe through one of the Eurasian evangelists. So believe with me that this miracle tent ministry will continue to grow and even go beyond the borders that we began with into new borders and new people where God wants to reach with his love. Wonderful place. There's a lot of room to cover as we cross this giant complex. So come with me to the new center and a new place where ministry will take place. This room will be our activity center for the events. You know, we do these events overseas. We just come back out of Latin America. We're headed into Russia next month and then into Europe. But what about the United States? We also can do events here. They crave for miracles and they hunger for the peace and the knowledge of God overseas, but also, I believe, here in the United States. And so this room will help bring those events into this center. We have guests coming already from over 100 nations to this city. Well, we can provide a place of healing, a place of peace, a place of salvation, a place of nurturing right here in their midst. So we plan on this being a real event center, and this room is designed for it, all the way from the air conditioning tied all the way around to the multiple power images that can be produced on this main wall. If you notice how many holes there are in this wall, that is for the new technology that's available through the coaxials and the videos and the multi-functions of the new media world that we're living in. And so we'll be looking forward to using this wall to maximum advantage over the years to come to minister to the citizens of the United States when we're in the country, so that they too can receive the blessing that we see and experience overseas. This here is the main entrance from the parking lot. People will be coming here, and many people will be using this. This whole area can be blocked off and used for different functions during the week, for events of the city. Also right here, we see with these porticos, with these holes in the wall, will be where a kitchen will be. We built this kitchen back into the back side of the building because we realized that different functions can be happening besides ministry. So we have designed this to service the community as well, with high schools, social clubs, senior citizens, all will be able to use a kitchen along with laundry services that will provide the food and entertainment that they would want for their event. So it's beautiful to have this available so close to the ocean. We're coming into the executive office area, a real lockdown area, but this is the heartbeat of our administration for all the nations and for all the ministry events that take place within this nation. Right here is entrance into the boardroom, and we look forward to having board meetings here. Right now our quarters are very, very cramped when we have a board meeting. We're sitting on top of each other, but this will provide enough room, along with a place for videoing anything that needs to be seen, and just providing a comfortable place. As we go from the boardroom, we enter into my favorite room. This is my office, and we designed it specifically for the way I end up thinking. A lot of times I like to write, and I'm all spread out over the whole room when I'm writing, so Leslie designed this special closet that's over 6 feet wide for me, so that we can slide out each project, each writing project, and then at the end of the day slide it back in. And that was her kind of solution to my messy writing habits. And I'm in agreement with it. If we can just keep it on a board and slide it in at the end of the day, I think we'll at least keep this executive office looking executive, nice and big and airy. And this will sure beat the little cramped quarters that I'm in today. So I'm looking forward to it being completed this year and getting to work in here. As we go on, we'll go from this nice room into the bathroom facilities for both Leslie and I, and the private entrance right here. So we'll be able to come in without distraction or disturbing people. And then into Leslie's office. Watch your head because of the amount of wires that are still floating here. So there will be tri-level lighting here so that it'll have a different atmosphere. And I'm looking forward to creating a nice, peaceful atmosphere where we both can work and write, meditate, pray, and receive from the Lord the messages that we need to convey to the nations. So there's plenty of places to sit and plenty of places to work in this wonderful facility. Here will be the center where the executive secretary will be, and it's important that we have this place because a lot of communications will be filtered to either her office or my office through this desk that will be standing here. So this will be like a heartbeat of the building.